good morning or good evening whenever you are doing this practice. My name is Sandra and this is a 20-minute yoga flow for times when we're feeling very disconnected to ourselves, when maybe there's a lot of anxiety, fear, or anything else going on, and it's a practice to bring you right back into your body, connecting to the ground, creating a sense of security, and then also allowing our heart space to be open, so whatever we're sensing and feeling in our body is met with love and compassion. Alright, let's start today in a seated pose. Anyway, you can be kneeling or sitting on any props. And we're just going to start with our feet. So take your foot, whichever one comes first, and we're going to massage our foot from the heel with our thumbs all the way up to the ball of your foot. Just giving your plantar fascia a good massage, a stroke. So just explore what feels good in your foot. Maybe exploring the heel a little bit more, the sides, different technique. Maybe you squeeze or pinch the skin on your foot slightly. You can use your fist to stroke along. Just giving your foot a little bit more awareness, attention into the ball of your foot. Circling around the different knobbles into your toes. It's quite nice to squeeze them and pull them a little bit in the space between your toes. And then maybe stretch and curl the toes in with your hand. And then for a moment hold your foot with both hands. And give it like gentle squeezes, a gentle hold, a gentle pressure. And taking a few breaths in here. And then we're going to the other side. So take your other foot. Again, just starting by stroking from the heel all the way up to the sole of your foot. My foot is a little bit dirty as I was walking in the garden barefoot before. Taking your time, allow the breath to land deep. Just maybe notice how that actually helps you to breathe maybe a little bit lower without taking too much effort. Make sure you're not forgetting your toes and the space between your toes. And then squeezing and stretching out all 5 toes on your foot. And then hold your foot with both hands. And gentle pressure. And then come to sit. Again, could be kneeling, cross-legged, lotus. Oops. Close your eyes or soften your gaze. And allow your breath to land right in your belly. Slowly explore how the breath lands low, how the exhale becomes longer than your inhale. Allow this sense of calmness to arrive in your body. And imagine how you breathe all the way into your pelvic floor with your breath in. And on your breath out, imagine how the breath from the earth travels all the way along your spine, all the way up to the crown of your head. And let the inhale drop again low down the spine, all the way into the pelvic floor, a sense of grounding. And the exhale draws the energy from the earth all the way back out. If you sit on something, remove the prop from underneath you. Then come to sit and cross-legged, but instead of having your heels really close to your pelvis, move your heels further away, and then let the heels move underneath the opposite knee. So if you look down, you kind of created a triangle pointing towards you. Shins are relatively parallel, right shin in front of the left. And then sit here, allow your chest to be open, your shoulders relaxing. Moving into a forward fold, which maybe is up here for you. The goal is to keep the chest relatively open while we're moving our hands further forward. Halfway, take a breath in, relax your shoulders back. And if there's a bit more range for you today, you maybe not, walk yourself a little bit further down. See if we can stay with a quite calm breath. Notice how your palms or your fingertips are touching the earth. And stay with that very relaxed, calm breath deep into the belly and a slow, longer exhale out. And when you inhale, let your hands trace over the ground back up and let them come all the way behind you. Bring your feet onto the earth, parallel. We're finding reverse tabletop on your breath in. Shoulder blades come together, pushing your chest up and open. Good. Take a breath in here. And even though we're opening our front body, you feel the support of the ground holding you. If you want, you can look back. If it feels better for your neck to look forward, look forward. One more breath in. And then exhaling, lowering down, and we're doing the other side. So this time, the left shin is in front of the right shin, creating that triangle between your legs. Sitting tall, breath in here. Find your forward fold for the day. Could be up here, could be all the way down, halfway, but it's a hinging of the hip and not a rounding of the spine. So see if we can keep our chest open. Right back to a calm breath. Breath in all the way back up. Finding your reverse tabletop once more. Ground your toes, palms, fingers. Breathing in, lift back up. Feel how your shoulder blades again giving the back of the heart like a little push to open the chest, like gently supporting you. Exhaling, moving down to the ground. Now open your legs a little bit wider than your hips, toes turning out. And we're going like windscreen wipers with your hands behind you, exhaling towards the right. Inhaling up and exhaling to the left. There's a rounding in your spine with your inhale, but then there's an opening of the front body with your exhale. Good. Move your legs towards the left. Bring your left heel in, right heel towards the buttocks. Pause here, breathe in, reach your arms up. With your exhale, imagine energy coming again from the ground, and you're lifting your pelvic floor slightly while we're moving into a twist towards the left. Breath in, release your pelvic floor, let your breath land low. And again, exhale from the ground, gathering that calming energy all the way up. Your abdominals are slightly engaged while we're moving deeper into the twist. One more breath. Inhaling, plant your left hand behind you, fingers pointing away. Reach your right arm up while we're rolling onto our chins, lifting up our hips off the ground and allowing our chest to be open towards the sky. You can bring your right hand behind your head to allow it to lean in. Exhaling, moving back down, both hands behind you, finding your windscreen wipers again. Lifting these up towards the right heel into the pelvis, left heel towards your buttocks. Sitting tall, breathing in. Exhale from your pelvic floor, gathering energy all the way from the earth up while we're moving into the twist. Breath, land slow, breath in. And allowing the energy to lift through Mulabandha all the way up. Last breath here. And then inhaling, plant your right hand behind. Lifting left arm all the way up, hips lifting onto your shins. You can, if you want, bring your left hand behind your head to help you to lean in and experiencing the opening of the front. Shoulder blades supporting the back of your heart. And then exhaling back down to the ground. This time moving into your tabletop, hands underneath your shoulders. Breath in, open your pelvic floor, sitting bones widen, belly drops, chest opens. Exhaling, allow your legs energetically to squeeze towards each other, gathering from your feet and legs the energy off the earth all the way up into your pelvic floor, making your your tailbone tuck, rounding your spine. Push with your palms to the ground away. Inhaling, softening to open. Exhaling from the ground, gathering energy, rounding. Breathing in one more time. And exhaling. Inhaling. Open your chest, tuck your toes. Spread your fingers. Exhale into your down dog. Take a moment of walking your feet. And then come to stillness, soft bend in the knees with your breath in. Lift up your heels off the ground. With your exhale, descend your heels back towards the earth. 2 more. Slow, mindful, synchronized with your breath. Same movement now again energetically, using our Mulabandha to inhaling, lift heels, gather the energy from the ground, find a lift of your pelvic floor, a rounding of your upper spine, push your palms to the ground just as we did in cat and cow. And exhaling, release the side, slowing down, heels down. Inhaling from the earth, lift energy up. Exhaling, descending. Last one. Inhale, walk your feet forward into Uttanasana, forward fold, front of your mat. Exhale, release your spine and pause. Bend your knees as much as you need to have your palms on the earth, and then with your breath in, stroke the ground over your feet, on your shins, to then find your half lift. With your exhale, stroke over your shins and feet all the way back down. Do 2 more of those. Keep your palms connected to the ground, to your body. Noticing the sensation of your palms on the ground, on your skin. And this time when we inhale, we're rolling all the way up. Palms over feet, over your shins, knees, side, hips, belly, chest, throat, face, reach to the sky. Exhale, stand comfortably a little bit wider, and then let the palms face down, while we're getting a sense of grounding our energy towards the earth. With your breath in, let your palms face up and draw the breath from the ground all the way up. And exhaling, grounding. Let your knees be slightly bent with your exhale. And inhale, extend. I like always to work with eyes closed, so if you feel comfortable to do so, close your eyes and tune into the breath and the subtle energy of your breath. Well done. Inhaling, guide the breath up, find your parallel stand with your feet. Exhaling, palms grounding. Inhaling, reach your arms up, look up. Exhaling, folding forward into your Uttanasana. Hands tracing over feet and shins, half lift. Exhaling, stepping your right leg back into a lunge. Keep your right knee off the ground. If you have a brick or block close by, bring that underneath your right hand or come onto your fingertips. Left hand comes onto your shin and keep your front knee bent. With your breath in, imagine the breath comes from your right foot, from your ground, from the earth, and you start to gather the energy up by lifting your pelvic floor, rounding your spine, pushing into your left hand. With your exhale, lowering the hips back down. Inhaling, gathering space, energy around. And exhaling, open the front body. Last one, breath in. And exhaling, lowering. Now inhale, find an in-between. Both hands to the ground or onto bricks. Breath in here. Exhaling, stepping back into a plank pose. For now, let's move our knees to the ground by keeping a sense of hugging your legs in. Breath in from your feet, the earth, gathering energy up into the pelvis, rounding the lower back, push the ground away. Then with your exhale, find length here, extend tailbone back, crown of the head forward. Inhaling. And exhale. Last one. Exhaling. Stay in plank for a breath in. And then bend your elbows all the way back. Squeeze your ribcage in, half Chaturanga Dandasana. And then lower all the way onto your stomach. Inhale into a cobra. Exhale, lowering back down. Interlace your hands behind your back. Breath in. Lift up Shalabhasana. And stay. Exhaling, release down to the ground. Let your hips move from left to right. Exhaling into child's pose. And then into your tabletop. Should have had a hairband today. Good. In tabletop, tuck your toes. And then with your next inhale from your feet again, gather the energy from the ground to hover your knees off the earth. Good. Stay here and pause. Staying for 4 rounds of your breath. Exhaling, down dog. Well done. Any sighs, release, let them out. Breath in, right leg reaches behind you. With an exhale, bring your knee to the nose and step your foot between your hands. This time, bring your left knee to the earth. Crescent lunge, interlace your hands onto your thigh. With your breath in, same thing. From your left foot, left leg, the energy from the ground lifts up. We're starting to tuck the tailbone, finding a lengthening of the lower back and pushing into your hands to round. With your exhale, opposite movement, lowering hips and finding an opening of the front. So breath in from your earth, ground, round. And then exhaling, descending down. One more. Good. Then finding crescent lunge, somewhere in between, relaxing in your flexibility and up here with the tucked tailbone. And we're reaching our arms with your breath in up. Interlace your hands if your shoulders allow. Index finger point up. Breath in. And exhaling, softening the front by feeling again your shoulder blades, allowing the back of your heart to be open. Exhaling, hands to the ground. Lift your left knee off the earth. Find your stability in your feet while we're lifting up into a high lunge. Inhale here, exhaling, arms into cactus. Again, shoulder blades, creating this harness for the back of your heart. It's a gentle push. You're right, you're safe, you're supported. Now with your inhale, start to bend your left knee. That helps you to tuck your tailbone again, scooping it under, starting to find a lengthening of your lower back while we're rounding our arms forward. With your exhale back into your cactus arms and the front body open. Inhaling from the ground. Energy lifts, exhaling, opening. Last one. High lunge, elbows in cactus. Breath in. And exhale. Breathing and reach your arms high. Exhale, settle. Inhale, gather the energy from the ground. Small lift of your Mulabandha, pelvic floor. Reach the crown of the head forward. Reach your arms forward. Coming into almost a Superwoman pose. Shooting to the front diagonal. Breath in here. Keep your front knee bent. And breath out. Good. One more breath in here. Then exhale, release your hands to the ground and step forward into Uttanasana, forward fold. Half lift, support with your hands. Exhaling, release.
soft bend in the knees. Stroke your fingers over your body all the way back up to standing.
Reach your arms high. Exhaling, release in Tadasana. Taking a moment in mountain pose. Feeling your whole body, your feet on the ground, your heart beating in your chest. And then from the front of your mat, with your inhale, reach your palms high. And with your exhale, back into your forward fold. Half lift, breath in. Exhaling, left leg steps back, finding your lunge position with your left knee off the ground. If you have a block or a brick or a book, find it underneath your left hand. Right hand on your shin, keep your right knee bent. From the ground, breath in, gathering energy, finding stability, rounding. With your exhale, descend your hips down to open the front body. Round with your breath in. Exhaling, lowering. One more. Finding the center in between, hands on bricks or ground, breath in. Round your palms, exhaling into your plank pose. If we need a bit more support today, if our energy doesn't feel as vital and energetic, bring your knees to the earth. Same thing as we did before, your legs energetically squeeze together, gathering from the earth the energy to find a tucking of your tailbone and pushing your palms down to round your plank pose. Inhaling, find your plank where your legs are. Exhaling, where you find your plank, reaching crown of the head forward, tailbone back. Two more. Breath in. Exhaling, knees, chest, chin or Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog or cobra. Exhaling, child's pose. Take a moment, elbows to the ground. Spread your fingers, tuck your toes, come back into your hovering tabletop. Lifting knees off the ground. Pause. Now again, find that rounding with your breath in, energetically squeeze leg. Gathering energy from the earth, up, round, push palm. Exhaling, lengthening. Next exhale, find your down dog. Walk it, move it out. Release through the mouth. Breath in, lift your left leg behind you. Exhaling, round the knee into your chest and set your foot between your hands. This time finding crescent lunge. Bringing your right knee to the ground. Interlace your hands onto your thigh. Breath in from the ground, rounding back body. Exhaling, descending low, open front. Last one. Finding your in-between strength and flexibility to raise your arms to the sky. Index finger point up, hands interlace, pause. Shoulder blades again, helping your heart to lift, to be open. Exhaling, hands to the ground, tucking your right toe, lift your right knee off, finding your high lunge. Take your time. Front knee bends. Exhaling, elbows bending into your cactus. Inhale, right knee bends to get that tucking of the tailbone, the rounding of your lower back, the opening of the whole back body, arms forward. And then with your exhale, extend your back leg again. Open your chest. Good. Keep on going. Exhaling, cactus. Inhaling, reach your arms high. Exhaling, pause. From the ground, find Mulabandha as a support of energy to then reaching your arms forward into your superwoman or superman pose. Breath in, pause. Exhale, maybe reach a little bit further and lower. Exhaling, hands to the ground, step forward, forward fold, Uttanasana. Half lift, breath in. And release. Soft knees. Good. Walk your feet slightly outwards, toes turning out, heels in. And finding our Malasana, our squat pose. May your heels are off the ground. You can use blankets or props underneath your heels or to release your buttocks down. Finding your hands in Anjali Mudra and prayer position, elbows to the inside of your knees. Feel your whole foot connected to the earth by finding that gentle lift of your pelvic floor and opening through the chest. And this time, breath in again into the pelvic floor, let your pelvic floor open. With your exhale, find the lift from the ground all the way up. Well done. Exhaling, release your hands behind, come into a seated pose, cross-legged, kneeling. Whatever suits. Palms on your thighs, down or up. Take a moment to see what suits you best. Close your eyes. And just taking a moment to tune back into your body. And just experiencing your mind and notice if there was a shift, maybe a change. Maybe there's a tiny hint of space, of peace somewhere inside you. No place of refuge. Bringing your palms together in front of the center of your heart. And bow your head to your heart. And thanking yourself for practicing, for taking the time to find the space of stillness. Namaste.